In the judgment that lasted over 4 hours, Justice Abang sentenced Mr. Metuh to 7 years in count 1, 7 years in count 2, 5 years in count 3, 7 years in count 4, 3 years in count 5, 3 years in count 6, and 7 years in count 7. The court found the former PDP spokesman guilty of unlawfully taking possession of 400 million naira from the account of the Office of the National Security Advisor, domiciled in the Central Bank of Nigeria, without a contractual agreement. Justice Abang held that the money being proceeds of unlawful activity of the former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambu Dasuki, retired, was expended recklessly to fund the campaign of the People's Democratic Party during the 2015 general elections. Lawyers to Mr. Metuh and Destra Investment disagree with the judgment of the court, and they promise to appeal the judgment.
For me, this is a good example of a bad judgment. And we have our appeal in our hands. I still have confidence in the law court, and we are heading upstairs to the 3 wise men to know whether he is right or wrong.
Why we are disappointed with the judgment is that we thought that our defenses shall be put through during the judgment. But incidentally, the consideration was vested in the evidence of the prosecution.
The judge also agreed with the prosecutor that Mr. Metuh ought to have reasonably known that the 400 million naira was a proceed of fraud because there was no contractual agreement to justify the release of the money to him.
Today's judgment is a welcome development. It's a culmination of a trial that spanned 4 good years.
Although the sentences are to run concurrently, Justice Abang berates Mr. Metuh for giving 25 million naira to Abba Dabo for media advocacy on the 2015 election, 21.7 million naira to the late Chief Tony Aneni, 5 million naira to Mrs. Kema Chikwe, a former aviation minister, 31.5 million naira to Richard Iwedioha, 50 million naira to his wife, Kanayo Lisa Metuh, and another 200 million naira to Daniel Ford International. The court also found him guilty of the concealment of $2 million in cash, money whose origin has not been established throughout the 4-year trial.